Hello friends, welcome to Tech Media, and in today's lesson we are going to see another concept in VBA coding, which is loops. And today I want to show you the do until loop. And do until loop tells a macro to repeat a certain section of code. The code which will be repeated over and over again until the condition is met. So it says do it until it evaluates to true. So we are going to do a fun little code here. This is going to be very similar to autofill. So feel free to click the little plus icon here for it to open a new sheet here. So we will go back to our developer tab here. We will go to our code command group, and we will go to our Visual Basic, just like that. And you can still continue with the module, the code we were initially going through, or you can create a new module. For us, we will create a new module. You can continue with the last module, so that it will just strike a line here in between, so that to separate it with the different codes. So we will start with a subroutine, which means subroutine. It says sub do until do until. For example, it says example open close parenthesis. So if you are continuing with the last if you are continuing the same sheet of the same module as the previous one, so just strike a line to continue with your next code. So you can see here you have created this code here, do until example open and close parenthesis. So one of the things I did not talk about in the last section was being able to tell the VBA code your dimensions. I never told you. So it is we need to tell VBA code our dimensions. So the dimensions are important because it allows the code to know exactly what you are going to be utilizing, whether it is a string of a text, or whether you are going to have a long number, or maybe it's going to be an integer. And the way that we do is we write dim for dimension. So dim, you will say dim x as for example, you will say it's as long. You will create here, click here, long. You can see it is long. It is long. Our dimension is long, and we say x equals to x equal to 1. You see, x equal to 1. You said do until, we'll say do until x equals to 11. So this thing will do until x equals to 11. So the cells will create another code here, which says the cells into bracket x comma 1, close the bracket. I will explain what these terms is. Cells, the cell which now is x1, which means it is a1. You can see the column of a, and the row of 1. It will start with number 1, going down the list. You can see, so x1 which means it's a1. It will start with the a1. So we will put full stop there. Value equals to value equals to x. You see, so the value equals to x, and we'll write here x equals to x plus 1, which means x equals to x plus 1, which means 1, it will write for us the 1 2 3 up to downwards, which means every number it will be adding 1. So 1 will be added 1 to get 2, 2 will be added 2 to get 3, 3 will be added 1 to get after 4. So that is what it means. So we will write loop again, loop, and we will end our our code there. So it is sub do until example d dimension x as long x equals to 1. You see all of this. Now we will go back to our Excel here, and we will go to macros, and we will have do until, you see, and we are going to run it. And now you can see, there you are, it has now created for us our list here, and you can see yes, so it is not reaching up to 11, you can see yes. And I can go back to macro, you can see 1 2 3 4 5, you can see I can go to Visual Basic here, and I can say do until x equals to 999. You can see that now it will go back to it will up to 998 minus 1. So I will go to macros, I will run this. You can see you are going to see that I have 900 and I think 998 somehow. I see 998. So it is a little. You can see you can have fun with these codes here. Now that we learned about if statements and do loops, what I want to do is combine those together and create a fun game for us. So the first thing we are going to do is open up our Visual Basic again, the way we did, and we are going to name our subroutine. We're gonna call it a sub game. So we're gonna call it sub game. So you can see now till it is ending, and I can create here. You can see sub game, open and close, and you see now it has struck a line here through our to mean that this now has ended. This code has ended. So what we are going to do is we named our code sub game, and so for this game we will do is use an if statement and a do loop to it. We will choose a simple game, and that simple game is going to be a guessing game, a guessing number from 1 to 10, and if you guess it right, well, that exits the game, and it will tell you to click OK. And if you got it wrong, it will tell you that you are wrong and try again. So we will say dim. We will write dimension, what our dimension will be. We say dim x as long as an integer. So let's write an integer a as an integer again, as an integer. So we have these are two, a as an integer. So now we are going to say that x is equal to the answer. We have to pick a number 1 to 10, so we need a random number. So we will say X. We will need a random number. If you have used, for example, if you have used this function before in Excel, it is known as the rand between, which is a random between function, and it picks a random number between two numbers. So you choose. So in order for you to use it in VBA coding, we are going to call it this worksheet function. So X will be now equal to worksheet function. X will be equal to worksheet function, which will be random rand between. So we'll click on rand between, and so the number now will be into bracket 1 to 10, and close your bracket just like that. And we will write do, and this number a equals to we'll say a equals to input, a input box. What it will write for the input box, that is for the input box, Paul, we will write Paul is thinking 1 and 10, 1 and 10. What is it? That is what it will write for you. What is it? I've written the input box, and now we will see if a equals to x, then exit do. So this now is it is if we get the number, if you guess the number and get it right, then it will exit the do. Okay, you just say okay, you click on okay, and you can exit the game, and you have won the game. What if you are if you are not right, and what will happen if you have not guessed right? What will happen? The message box will write for you try again. Message box will write for you try again, guess it right. Okay, and I will write loop again, loop. The loop now will say what will it say? The message box, in the message box it will write for you open parenthesis you, and it will say just like that. If you get it right, that is you are connected, and close the bracket. And now we have created our game, the sub game, the dimension as integer, as an integer, and a as an integer, x equals to worksheet function random. The random number is between 1 to 10. The inbox now, the box will be, the input box now will be Paul is thinking for a number between 1 and 10. What is it? That's what it will ask you. If you get it right, it will exit, and if you get it wrong, it will tell you to try again and give you another chance. So we will go to click on here, click on macros, we will click on the game and run it. It says Paul is thinking of a number between 1 and 10. What is it? I will say 1, try again. Okay, maybe 2, try again. Okay, maybe 3, try again. Okay, maybe 4. Oh yay, you and Paul are connected. Okay, I got it. It was 4. But if you again go back to the game again and run it, it will not be 4 again. till another number. Okay, if I write it 4 and I click on OK, this is try again. Okay, maybe 5. Try again. Okay, is it 1 again? Try again. Maybe 2. Try again. Maybe 3. Try again. Maybe 4. Try again. Okay, maybe 5. Oh, yo and Paul are connected. Okay, so you can see now it was very fun creating this game. You can see, yes. That was how now macros work, and we have come to the end of our lesson for today's lesson. Thank you for being with us, and have a great day. Thank you very much.